I think I've found something. Hey, you! What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? What the hell are you doing here? I came to the remotest spot on the island because I finally wanted some peace. Civil war, bandit raids, hordes of orcs outside my door. That just wasn't my thing. I've retired from that madness. There may be orcs here, but not very many. And other people, thank Enos, never show up here until today.
I'm searching for stone tablets. You wouldn't happen to have found any?
Yes, but I'm keeping them. They're the only thing there is to read around here. I may not understand all of it yet, but I've been able to decipher some of the text.
And? How's life as a dropout?
I built everything myself. My weapons, my tools, my hut, everything. Came here with nothing but a good mood. Sometimes, though...
Yes?
Sometimes I wish I'd had at least taken a few clothes with me. I don't know how to weave or tan hides, and the nights aren't exactly warm in this part of the island.
I have some...
Really? Show me.
About the stone tablets.
Shall I teach you to read them? But you won't get mine. You'll have to find your own.
Hey, you! Hey, you! I've activated another one of the teleporter stones.
You have done really well. I can only congratulate you on your work. They're all working again now. An impressive sight, don't you think? Here are a few gold coins.
I think I've found something. Ighoriat Thorol. Appear to me Quarhodron, ancient leader of the warrior caste. That doesn't work here.
Nothing there.
Thorol, appear to me, Quorhodron, ancient leader of the warrior caste.
Hey, you!
Engla Anthani Osiri.
I don't understand.
Engla Anthani.
Hey, you!
Engla.
I don't understand.
Engla.
About
Shall I teach you but you won't get... Well, it's quite if you understand.
Hey, you! About the mansions?
Yes?
The House of the Healers is in the middle of the swampy area and is defended by many stone sentinels.
So it is still standing?
Yes, but I wonder for how much longer.
It pains my soul to see the witnesses of the past in this dilapidated condition.
The Mansion of the Warriors is being used by Raven as a hideout.
He made a good choice. It is probably the most secure fortress still to be found in this region.
There were a lot of mine crawlers in the House of the Priests.
Aren't these animals very uncommon for the area?
They certainly are.
By Adonos, curious things are happening in this area.
Hey, you! About the relics, what about this?
That looks good. Where'd you find that?
I found these tablets in a structure to the southwest.
Judging from the tablet, it has something to do with the housing for the priests of the city. The name of the highest priest was Cardamon. We don't know much about him. Very good. The image of this city is becoming clearer, but we still don't know enough. In all, there must be 5 of this sort of... Find them, and here is some...
I'll see.
Good. May I don't know...
Hey! Hey!
You already know the language. Texts written in the language of the warriors mostly deal with weapons and war. You will learn some useful things there. Go and test your new knowledge. You will see that the scriptures of the builders are no longer an unsolvable mystery for you.
Teach me that language.
The high language of the priests is truly difficult to understand, but I will gladly show you. Above all else, the Holy Scriptures, which explain the history and magic of the creators, are written in the language of the priests. Each of these texts is a real treasure, if one understands their meaning. Go and test your new knowledge. You will...
Why do you disturb my rest, Guardian? Tell me, what do you desire?
Someone has forced his way into the Temple of Adanos.
Nonsense. I myself sealed the door. It is impossible to pass.
Indeed. Grant me access to the Temple of Adanos.
The temple will remain closed for all eternity. Thus did we in the council decide.
The land is plagued by earthquakes. We must do something, or the entire island will sink into the sea.
There is nothing left for us to do. The wrath of Adanos has fallen upon Jarkendar to punish the unbelievers.
The praised wisdom of the ancestors is truly overwhelming.
A man of your standing does not speak to me thus. I cannot free myself of the impression that you are not the one you pretend to be. If you require my aid, you must first prove yourself to me. Answer my questions, so that I may be sure that I do not reveal myself to strangers.
Ask away.
I am Quahodron, the old warlord of Jarkendar. You have woken me. To which caste of Jarkendar do you belong?
The Guardians of the Dead.
The abilities of a guardian of the dead would have allowed you to waken me, that is true. If you are truly the one you claim to be, you will be able to answer all of my questions. Except for one. Who once protected the people of Jarkendar from enemy attacks?
The Warrior Caste.
Who can give me a direct order?
The Priests.
Who brought the evil upon us?
The Warrior Caste.
Who has the final word in the Council of Five?
The Scholars.
Who alleviates suffering and attends to the ill?
The Healers.
Who seal the portal to guard the world from evil?
I don't know.
Good. I trust you and shall grant you my aid.
Now listen here. A truly evil fellow has gained access to the Temple of Adanos. If you don't let me into the temple right now, it will probably be too late and everything will go down the drain.
That cannot be. The High Priest Cardiman and I are the only ones in Jarkendar who know how to open the gate to Adanos' temple.
Well, then your pal Cardiman must have blabbed. I'm telling you the gate was open. I saw it myself.
Well, there is truth in your voice. I shall no longer doubt your words.
I should hope so.
Take, then, the password. It is written on this stone tablet. Speak the words at the sealed gate of the temple, and it will open. My time is done. Alas, I can no longer help you. But remember, beware the chambers of Adanos, else your death is certain.
Wait, what about the chambers?
My strength is failing. Farewell, we shall meet again in the realm of the dead.
never get this open without the right key. I'll never get this open without the right key. About the relics. What about this?
That looks good. Where'd you find that?
This piece was lying in a large building in a deep ravine.
That was the library of the ancient people. Apparently a tablet of the scholars. Many of the scripts we have found can be traced to the leader of the caste of scholars. Curiously enough, he did not leave his own name behind anywhere. In all, there must be 5 of this sort of stone tablet hidden around here. Find them and bring them to me. Here is some gold as a reward.
I'll see whether I can find anything.
Good.
I'll see whether...
Good.
The problem with the temple gate is solved.
Has the spirit spoken?
Yes, he has.
Then you know how to get into the temple.
Correct. And he also told me what is in the temple. He spoke of a mighty sword and the chambers of Adanos.
By Adanos, what fools we are. How could we have been so naive? The hints in the records. This sword can only be the claw of Beliar. We must get through those chambers as soon as possible and take possession of the weapon.
What are the chambers of Adanos?
We now know that the entrance is not the only obstacle that prevents us from entering the depths of the temple. In the temple itself, there are 3 chambers which are meant to deter all intruders. The colored relics of the builders are the key. Only if we gather all the relics and solve their riddles will we enter the inner sanctum of the temple. I don't know whether Raven was able to decipher the riddles of the temple, but if that is the case, we have a big problem.
What is the Claw of Beliar?
It is the incarnation of evil. Beliar himself created it. Whoever bears it possesses a terrible tool of destruction. The more powerful the bearer is, the mightier the power of the claw. Only someone who is strong of spirit and steadfast in his faith can withstand its spell. Now it is clear to me why the builders sealed off this valley. They brought this weapon of evil into their city and fell under its power. These arrogant fools destroyed one another out of greed. The cruelty knew no end until Adanos' wrath swept across the land and sank everything into the sea. Indeed, the creators of the portal did well to hide these things from the rest of the world. And what a tragic end for such a wonderful culture. Do you realize the urgency of our mission now? Raven is a strong fighter and is blinded by his lust for power. In his hand, the claw will be an instrument of destruction. He must not get the weapon, or we shall all be lost.
I'll see whether...
Good, but May Adanos...
Hey, you! About the mansions?
Yes?
The orcs seem to be interested in the library of the scholars.
Do you think they can read the ancient language?
I don't think so, but who knows?
Perhaps you should make sure that they go away, nevertheless.
The orcs will soon lose interest in this area.
What makes you say that?
Their leader is dead.
Let's just hope you are right. We really don't need disturbances of that sort right now.
About the mansions?
Yes?
Tell me again where each one is located.
The House of the Scholars is a large library. It must be somewhere far to the north. The House of the Warriors was a fortress ringed by rocks in the east. The priests and guardians of the dead had their dwellings near each other. You should find them in the southwest. And the healers had their House of Convalescence in the southeast. They are elevated.
I think I've found something. I think I've found something. Hey, you! Hey, you! About the mansions?
Yes?
The House of the Guardians of the Dead is dominated by the power of evil. I think I have rarely seen so many zombies in one place.
That is unfortunate. The Guardians of the Dead were obviously the victims of their special skills. Their connection to the world of the dead damaged them greatly. I hope you were able to free them from their suffering.
I found all of the mansions.
Were they all where they said they would be?
More or less.
Very good. Then my work was worth it. Thank you.
Hey! About the relics. What about this?
That looks good. Where'd you find that?
I found these tablets in a building to the south.
Ah, a tablet of the guardians of the dead. It was they who summoned the spirits of their dead. The builders' connection to their ancestors was very strong. Here is some gold as a reward. Now we have collected all the relics we need.
What exactly do I do with the relics in the temple?
We know too little. However, it is to be hoped that you'll recognize their significance once you're in the temple. I'm sorry that I can't tell you more. It's all up to you now. Take the relics and make your way immediately to the temple. May Adonos be merciful and protect us all. Perhaps it is not yet too late. May Adonos...
Jahedra Akantar.
Wait a minute.
My spirit has been held captive for eternity. At last I am free. The sword has a new bearer. The final chamber has been opened.
But the gate appears closed.
This is not the gate to the final chamber. This gate merely leads to the antechamber. The bearer has closed it behind him.
How do I open the gate?
Move one of the levers.
Anyone?
All of these levers open the gate.
Your father built the trap. How would you know how it works?
Hodron, I can still hear the pounding of the hammers on the other side of the gate. After so long a time, the sword showed me revenge for my failure.
You mean you have seen which lever is the right one?
I have long forgotten it.
Try to remember.
It was so long ago.
Hey!
Look who has come. My master warned me that Innos would send his henchmen, but I had not expected that you would appear so soon. Well, since you were so quick, I shall give you a quick death.
You are the one who is going to die.
You are no threat to me. I bear Beliar's sword. I shall lead the dragons to the mainland. Together we will plunge the world of men into the deepest darkness.
You sold your soul to Beliar.
For a good price. I will command his armies as a general. And what about you? Do you know how much your soul is worth?
I'm only doing what has to be done.
Listen to him. You have sent me a humble servant, Innos.
Are you sure that I am a servant of Innos?
What? What are you saying?
Don't you consider it possible that I could be a servant of Adenos?
Nonsense.
Maybe I also serve Beliar, or only myself.
Well, in that case, you are not even a worthy opponent for me.
I've had it. Let us begin.
Are you in such a hurry to die? Well, since you insist.
Come here.
I did it. Raven is finished.
That means you've given Beliar a swift kick. Then you'll be moving on.
My job in this valley is done. I could use a few days' rest.
Yeah, you're constantly on the move, aren't you? Have a good journey.
Who knows? Maybe we'll run into each other again.
Who knows? There will be lots of gates and passages for you to go through, and you're bound to find me on one of them.
The earthquakes have stopped, and, as I can see, you're still among the living. Does this mean that your mission was successful?
Yes, Raven is dead.
Then it is over. Thank Adanos. You have done well, my son. We're deep in your debt. You have snatched a powerful weapon away from evil and restored the balance in this part of the world. When the earthquakes died away, we discussed what should happen now, and we have reached a conclusion. Go and take the Claw of Beliar. May it be yours to bear from now on. In your hand, it may prove a mighty ally for us. Use it wisely, my son. May Adonos help you. We shall remain here and see to it that the temple is restored to its old brilliance. Only Mixar is already on his way to Corinus to support Vatras. Vatras has been alone in the city for too long.
I have taken the Claw of Beliar.
The Claw of Beliar is a very special weapon. It has its own will and consciousness. You, who now possess this mighty weapon, are its lord and master. It is a part of you, and will adapt itself to your capabilities. However, it will not do that of its own free will. Only Beliar himself can force it to obey you.
And why should Beliar help me?
Only a prayer to Beliar can achieve that. But be careful. Beliar is malicious. If you arouse his wrath, then he'll let you feel it.
I see. What can I do with the weapon?
That lies in your hands. You've conquered the weapon, and you are now its master. I can only recommend to you what you can do with it. Either you give it to me, and I shall see to it that it can do no further harm, or you put its power to use and wield it in battle.
Couldn't you keep the weapon safe?
If you give it to me, then I shall render it harmless, so that it can no longer be misused. So consider well what you will do.
Take the Claw of Beliar and destroy it.
As you wish, my son. Give it to me, so that it can do no more harm. I shall sink it in the depths of the sea. Adonos' wisdom will watch over it.
What will you do now?
We shall stay here and help the temple regain its former glory. All too long have its walls been in this lamentable condition. As far as you are concerned, my son, I am glad to see that I was not mistaken about you. You are the preserver of the balance. There is no longer any doubt about that. Without your courage and strength, the island of Corinus would have drowned. We thank you and will honor you in our thoughts. Devote yourself now to the other tasks that lie before you, and return this world to balance and peace. Now go and fulfill your destiny, Preserver. Our prayers will be with you. May Adonos
do the work? That's
The
not
path of
what's
virtue is long and rocky.
Enos enlightens
Nobody
all
wants to
those who
know.
recognize his wisdom.
You don't have to tell me.
I don't believe this is going to change.
That was no big deal.
What do
Then pay.
Opinion about that.
That will never change.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Same old thing all over again.
It was just like you said.
I couldn't care less.
I've heard a thing or two.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
It can't go on like this forever.
Enos deals out fair punishment.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Tell me that isn't true.
I'm not touching that.
Enos deals out fair punishment.
I can't believe it.
I've got no time for things like that.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
I couldn't care less.
That was obvious.
You don't have to tell me that.
I already thought as much.
I'm staying up.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
The path of virtue is long and rocky.
His deeds were just.
It had to happen sooner or later. That's no secret.
That was obvious.
That's no secret.
But he knew that all along.
That's no secret. That was no big deal.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
That's not what I heard.
He thinks it's as easy as
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
I never knew that.
Really, how interesting.
Will it ever change?
Where have you? I nicked
Can't believe that.
I've got a.
wolfskin. A war? Ah,
Really
what
true.
the?
I ripped a.
That? Good work.
I knew that would be a problem.
Show me.
I never knew that.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
I'd have gone about it differently.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
There's nothing
Show
you
me-
can do about it.
So why won't they listen to me?
I agree
Show
with
me-
you completely.
That was quite obvious.
Show me.
It was obvious all along.
It can't go on like this forever.
I'm no better off myself.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
But Enos beheld what Beliar had done, and he also bestrode the land and chose the human.
The missing people have come back.
Yes, you did it. Their journey has come to a good end. But our own journey must go on. So go with the blessing of Adonos. Adonos, bless this man, light his path, and grant him the strength to withstand all dangers. And Enos gave unto him a portion of his divine power, so that he might undo the work of Beliar. And Beliar spoke to another creature, but Adanos brought forth the tide, and the creature was washed from the face of the earth. But with it, the trees and animals were also washed away, and a deep sadness overcame Adanos. And thus spake Adanos to his brothers, Never again shall you walk upon my land, for it is sacred, and so shall it be. But the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Adanos.
I've got this stone tablet. Can you tell me more about it?
Those are artifacts from the old culture, which we have been investigating for some time. There are several kinds of them. Some contain information about the history of the ancient people, and that is the kind I am interested in. Bring me all of those that you can find. I shall give you an appropriate reward. Great! I shall increase your magical power.
Someone's here to relieve you.
Have the matters beyond the northeastern mountains been settled?
Yes, they have. Raven is dead, and the threat has been averted.
Ah, that is good news indeed. Now, let us hope that such things will not happen again. Now I can help you with your little problem. I seem to remember it concerns the Eye of Enos, right?
Pyrokar sent me. The Eye of Enos is broken.
I know. I have already learned of it from some very upset novices.
The Seekers have used the Fire Magician's Circle of the Sun to destroy the Eye. I would call that an inspired move by the enemy.
What will become of the Eye now?
We must join it back together, but that is no easy task, I fear. The setting is broken into two pieces. A skilled smith should be able to repair this. But that is not really the problem. It's rather the inlaid gem that worries me. It is dull and powerless. The enemy seems to have known exactly how to weaken it.
Where can I find a smith capable of repairing the setting of the Eye?
Ask around in the area for someone who knows how to repair jewelry.
How can the gem get its power back?
I see only one way. A union of the three reigning divinities should achieve the desired effect. A well-prepared ritual of reversal in the place of its destruction will give the gem back its fire. However, the problem is that you must bring an earthly representative of each of the three gods to this place. Furthermore, a lot of swamp weed is required for this ritual. I estimate it should be at least 3 plants.
Who could those 3 earthly representatives of the gods be?
I shall represent the god Adanos myself. Pyrokar, the highest fire magician, would be the right person to represent the god Enos. But for Beliar, I cannot think of an appropriate candidate. It must be someone who commands black magic.
Black magic? What about Zardas?
That's it. That could work. But I ask myself, how you will bring all 3 of us together? I can just see Pyrokar's face when he hears that he must cooperate with Zardas.
News spreads fast in this city.
That's a good thing, too. The enemy won't be sleeping either.
Where can I find this swamp weed?
I have heard about an old quack in the woods named Sagita. She supposedly sells such herbs. But you could also try your luck down at the harbor.
I've got to go.
I shall also set out and prepare the ceremony at the Circle of the Sun.
Send Zardas and Pyrokar there. And don't forget to bring the swamp weed. I'm counting on you.
Listen, people. I am needed elsewhere. It won't take long. When I return, I shall tell you the rest of the story. May Adanos be with you.
He can't keep anything to himself.
I already thought as much.
Someone's got to do the work.
So why won't they listen to me?
Hey! I've explored the unknown part of the...
And what did you find?
It was all about a mighty artifact. The Claw of Beliar.
The Claw of Beliar? Where is it now? Do you have it on you?
I don't have it anymore. I gave it to the water mages so they could dump it in the sea.
Are you out of your mind? Do you have any idea what you gave away there? This weapon could have been of great service to us.
I think it was for the better this way.
The ways of the gods are unfathomable.
The Eye of Innos has been destroyed.
What are you saying? Destroyed?
I found it up in the northern forests. Unfortunately, I've only been able to salvage its fragments.
That was our only chance to stand up to those dragons, and it's gone. We have failed.
What now?
This is a painful blow. We have to reorient ourselves. I shall retreat and ponder the matter. In the meantime, you should go to town and talk to Vatras, the water mage. I could imagine that maybe he knows what's to be done.
Vatras sent me to you.
That's good. What did he say?
He said something about a reversal ritual at the Circle of the Sun?
That old devil. I think I know what he's up to. You have come to summon me to him.
Looks like it. When will you set out?
I must not keep Vatras waiting. I shall be on my way immediately. You must fulfill your tasks and then join me again.
I can see that the rumors are true.
What rumors?
That you've joined up with those dragon hunters. Well, you never were a man of the church. Nevertheless, you're fighting for our cause, and that's what counts.
Is that all?
I'm glad, of course. And the way you look, every orc is bound to be afraid of you.
This is not only about the orcs.
I know, but nonetheless they're a problem. You are important. You defeated the Sleeper. We may all need your help someday.
Oh well.
What are you doing here?
Show me your wares. I have brought back the Eye of Innos.
I am relieved you were able to snatch the eye away from the enemy, but the danger has not been averted. Evil is making further plans and is proceeding with unusual aggression.
I've already figured that out for myself.
Do not mock me. The situation is serious, very serious, and we don't know whom we can trust. The enemy has already succeeded in leading the novice
Welcome, my son. Where do you come from?
I've come from the farms.
Then I bid you welcome in the name of hospitality. I hope that you will appreciate it. Do not abuse your place as a guest, or you will have big problems.
What's your job here?
I prepare the paladins for their fight against evil.
What is evil?
Evil is everywhere. It is the power of Beliar, the eternal adversary of Innos. It is the all-encompassing blackness which seems to blot out the light of Innos forever. Beliar is the lord of darkness, of hate, and of destruction. Only those among us in whose hearts burns the holy fire of Innos will bear the radiant light of Innos into the world and banish the darkness.
But there are only magicians and novices living in the monastery.
That is correct. In contrast to our community which honors the word of Innos, the paladins honor the great deeds of our Lord above. We are the representatives.
Is there anything you can teach me?
I am an expert in the magic of ice and the magic of... However,
I need...
I could tell you.
Beat it!
Do you really think? I'm staying out of it. There have been all kinds of rumors. You don't have to tell me that. You can't go on like this forever. That's no secret.
I've talked to Vatras.
Ah, good. Where is he?
He's preparing a ritual at the Circle of the Sun in order to heal the Eye of Innos.
If that is true, then maybe there is hope after all.
Vatras wants Zardas and you to help him with that.
What? Zardas will be there too? You cannot be serious.
Hey, this wasn't my decision. Vatras insists.
It is always that Zardas. I am tired of it. Things could hardly get any worse. So how do I know that Zardas is not in league with the enemy? I cannot trust Zardas, no matter how much we may need him. I am sorry, but I cannot help Vatras under these circumstances.
It can't be done without you. Vatras wouldn't be able to perform the ritual otherwise. You'll have to trust Zardas.
There is nothing that I have to do, you hear? I do not have the slightest proof that Zardas is not working against us. I cannot do this.
What if I could bring you some proof?
That is impossible, I fear. It would really have to impress me. As far as Zardas is concerned, I have my doubts whether he can still impress me at all.
I used to say that myself. That's just what I said. Nobody wants to know.
That's all just gossip. That doesn't surprise me. He would have thought of that himself.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
He really said that.
I could tell you.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Can you repair jewelry?
That depends. You would have to show me the piece.
I've heard a thing or two. Let's wait and see what happens.
Can you have a look at this amulet?
Sure, let me see. That is a beautiful piece of work. The setting is shot. I think I can fix it, though.
How long will it take you?
If you leave it here with me, it'll be done by the time you come back tomorrow. And I won't even charge you for it. You got me out of the slammer, after all.
Here's the amulet. Please repair it for me.
All right. I'll have finished the new setting by tomorrow. You can come to me and get it then.
No one really wants to hear that.
What do you...
All that matters is strength.
Sooner or later.
Do you really think? Nothing amazing me.
I'm staying out of it.
Don't say you didn't know that.
I'm better off myself. You listen to the wrong people. I agree with you completely.
Tell me that is so true.
She thinks it's as easy as that.
Nobody will learn anything.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Hey! Is the amulet ready?
Yes. Here. I had to make a new setting for the stone. I worked on it all night, and now it's as good as new.
I mustn't believe everything you hear. That's all just gossip. I wouldn't have done that.
Hey! Pyrocar refuses to show up for the ritual. First, he wants proof that he can trust you.
Ah, really? Pyrocar. How interesting. That old geezer is getting to be a nuisance. But I think I've got something for you that'll be useful. Back when I left the Order of the Fire Magicians, I took a few things with me from the monastery. I didn't want a troop of paladins or fire magicians to turn my tower upside down at some point and find all those things. So I hid them in safe places where the magicians would certainly never look for them.
And where?
Some of them lie locked in a chest on Sekob's farm.
You trust that Sekob?
No, but he can be bought and ask no awkward questions. Also, the chest is locked. Here's the key. There's a very old book among those things. When Pyrocar sees that book, he'll know it came from me. It is of no further use to me, so I guess it can at least fulfill this purpose.
Nobody rare like Beliar himself. That's not what I heard. I'm not telling you anything new.
Can't rely on that.
Really didn't deserve that.
I used to say that myself. Been there, done that.
I brought this book from Zardas. It's a token of his trust.
Show me. But this is incredible. Do you have even the slightest notion what it is that you just gave me?
No.
This is an ancient, long-lost tome from days gone by. We all thought that it was lost for good, and now I learn that Zardas knew all along what had become of it.
So will you be there for the ritual?
Yes, I shall depart for the Circle of the Sun, but certainly not because I am convinced of Zardas's good intentions. In fact, I am going to make this jackal explain where he has kept the book hidden for so many years. He has definitely gone too far this time. I shall see you at the Circle of the Sun.